right. We are potentially live. Let's find out here. Check on the old book face. Aspire Chiropractic. Ooh, that shows us live. That probably means we're up and running on YouTube also. Let's check here. Now taking applications for a producer, if anyone's wondering. Ah, hell yeah. All right. Or maybe not. Who knows? Maybe I can just do this whole thing myself. So, welcome. Aspire Chiropractic After Hours. Oh, I gotta turn that off. Once again, hear way too much myself already. Aha, got it. You only need one of me, right? Probably. So, how's your week been? What's going on? You're here in Texas. You guys notice we got sun? We got sunlight now? We're gonna get spoiled. I'm totally okay. I forgive you, all of you who missed or had to reschedule your appointments in the last 48 hours because the sun came out. That is completely understandable. Cause shoot, it's been a time. You need a freaking arc around here. They're building a duplex next to us. They should be building townhome next to us. They should be building an arc. But yeah, I don't know what the rest of the country's doing. I don't know what the rest of Texas is doing. But DFW has been underwater for quite some time here, and it is delightful that it's finally gone away. So let's go through. Let's see what we got going on. What's on the docket? What's the happy haps today? We have our salad in a jar. This is kicking off, I believe, 5 o'clock. I think we still got a spot or two left. So if you're free this afternoon, by all means, swing on in. We've got the jars. We've got the salad. I'm going to cook some chicken here when I'm done with this. Got a little prizes, little giveaways, if you will. We've got everyone's getting a chef's knife and a cutting board, along with a couple extra salads to take home. So no, it'll be an awesome time. Alexis is super excited about this. Next one here, we just last Tuesday, our Aspire Chiropractic Taco Tuesday up at Mi Pueblo. Reminder, we do that the first Tuesday of every month. Next one here, again, this is for our patients. All of our patients, you should have gotten a text on a couple of occasions now to join the Northeast Tarrant VIP community. This is going to have all the updates and stuff that we got going on in the office. It'll also have a couple little Easter eggs along the way. A little, I want to call it a pre-sale, a preview, if you will, before things go out for the general public of what's going on in the office. The 2024 Accountability Collective. This is for, we talked about this last week. This is for those of you who made resolutions and you realized, shit, I made a resolution and I've done nothing for it. So I have curated some local to DFW leaders in various areas of life: finance, health, fitness, and mindset and mental health, to literally help put together a team for you, free of charge, to make sure you get out of the year what you want. So join that group. Give a little Facebook search, 2024 Accountability Collective. You have to be let in, and I am the gatekeeper. Next one here, you want to stay in touch with us, the Aspire Advantage. That is our weekly newsletter. Goes out every Monday, coming from the office. Goes through all of our YouTube stuff, things going on in the office, our calendar. Our patients themselves, they get another special one straight from the doctor's desk. Goes out middle of the week. The list went out this morning for the winner. Giving away to Max Results, Winston Williams, $100 to his fitness studio, and it's impressive to have. See what he did. Winston has been in the fitness industry for decades, and he goes, well, I used to have to go to all of these different places to get all these different things for my fitness journey, so I'm going to put them all under one roof, and that's exactly what he did. The winner for that went out today. If you want to get on the list, this is separate from anything Aspire Chiropractic related. This is just every week. Here's $100 coming to a winner. We don't know who the winner is till Friday, and the $100 comes from all sorts of different places here around the mid-cities in DFW. Oh man, the Jackals lost an absolute heartbreaker last Sunday to Boston. This Sunday they are back home. Going to be a dogfight as the Chicago Hounds come into the friendly confines of Choctaw Stadium. right here at the office. Speaking of stadium, remember, we're giving away Rangers tickets to any new patients who come in. You get put into a drawing. If you refer to a new patient in here, you get tickets too if their name gets drawn. If you're catching us on YouTube, poke around, check out all the other videos we got going on there, any sort of educational things. Again, a shameless plug and self-promotion for my podcast, Fueled by Spite. Again, be forewarned, a little more PG-13. And then as always, like I said, popping out after this to go grab a bite to eat. Follow us on Instagram, and this will show you where Dr. Taylor sent me. You go to where I go to, I will drop $100. If you show up, you say Dr. Taylor sent me, you get that $100 put towards your tab. If you don't show up, the server gets a hell of a tip. And like I said, the Northeast Tarrant VIP community might be getting little hints about where this is going to be before it gets posted. And we're seeking a guest host, a random and or rotating guest host. So who around here wants to come and chat, wants to come and rap, wants to talk about what you do? Because obviously I do plenty of talking about what I do. Let's talk about what you do. Slide into our DMs. Oh, and that's all the announcements we got there. So welcome back. Let's do just do a little update, a little check-in, make sure. Are we still live? Are we still going on? Oh, yeah, dude, I'm getting good at this. So once again, we have sun. We have, God forbid, I hope we don't have, no, I'm not even going to say it. That'll jinx it. You know what I don't want more of. So, little recap. Last Friday, if you were watching, you saw I had to dip out relatively quick. Why? Because we had the Summer Spectacular, and it was awesome. Man, my biggest goal was, hey, I want to walk away with as little leftover food as I can. And I did. And it was, I think I ended up with maybe in excess of 2 pounds of chicken wings, but all the burgers were gone. All the hot dogs were gone. We put out videos for who won the grill. We put out videos for who won the cornhole boards. So make sure, again, we put that out on Instagram. We send it out to the text to all the patients. So as much as I hate to say it, like, and I tell people all the week, stop looking at your phone all the time. You might want to look at your phone. You might have a grill coming your way. We also started the initiation of our rewards program for everybody that was at the Summer Spectacular. You got initiated. There it is, into the rewards program that we're doing here in the office. So stay tuned. If you walked in later on this week, you got initiated. Also, or maybe even just informed. Initiated makes it, in my head, sound like it's a gang jump in, if you will, because that was the big thing. So, millennial guy, early millennial, zennial, if you will. But for anyone in and around 40 plus or plus or minus 5 years, remember when gang violence was like a huge thing? Not that it's not now. I'm not trying to downplay gang violence, but like everyone was talking about getting jumped in. This is a wonderful little segue. So if you've been to the office, you know full well I got a couple of wonderful Gen Zers that work here, and it's one of my growing favorite pastimes is finding the split, the delineation between what I know and what they've never heard of, right? Like back in my day, and I don't even know how we got onto the topic of it, but today the words fell out of my mouth. You guys don't understand. I grew up on gangster rap. You grew up on mumble rap, and I don't think a truer statement has ever been spoken. They just don't get it. So anyway, back to this. We started the rewards program. We unveiled it on Friday at the barbecue. We had Taco Tuesday on Tuesday at Mi Pueblo. Today, we've got the salad in a jar class. It has been a banner week here at Aspire Chiropractic. Other than that, there's not a whole lot going on the schedule till we roll around to the 4th of July. But for all intents and purposes, I'll speak for the staff on this one. They're probably looking forward to nothing going on. So what else we got? Rewards program, Summer Spectacular. Okay, I heard a word, a made up word, but I feel even though it's made up, a lot of people will grab hold of it and take it as true. I was at my wife Tamika's grand opening of her place, my favorite space. I don't know, my favorite something, and it kicks ass. But there was plenty of women there, and they were talking about Maycember. Have you ever heard of Maycember? Because I hadn't. It's basically a combination of the month of May, but the activity level that is required of you in December. And again, never heard the word, but I can't say that it's a lie with everything that has been going on. I mean, end of school, Mother's Day. I just inadvertently scheduled all this stuff going on here at the office. Man, I never knew it was a thing. Apparently I was introduced to it, most recently to a concept that everybody else was well aware of. Maycember. Now, what also goes along with this Maycember, if you will, it is an absolute tanking of your energy levels. So there are probably some of you that are feeling that are in that are living it. So let's talk about what to do about it. Because this time of year, I mean, it unbeknownst to me until it was beknownst to me, like, yeah, this is routinely busy right now. So how do we fix that? What are some tips, some tricks that we can do that we can take upon ourselves to not just get our shit handed to us every time school lets out? So, couple of reasons. One, why it's happening. A drastic change in schedules. Especially if you got kids, you got your kids more or less accounted for, I hope, from 8 until 3. And if they're in sports, then maybe 8 until 4 or 5. That all goes away. And then if they're still going to be in sports, then we've got all these summer activities happening, whether it's going to be camps and field trips, or if you're doing like the sport activity thing, it's baseball season. It's baseball time in Texas. How many teams are your kids on? Are they on traveling teams? So our schedule goes out the window. We get used to it, everything gets copacetic, if you will, until school lets out, and then it goes nuts. So that's one of the reasons going on. Number 2 reason that's going on is because of the daylight being longer, right? Now, you'd stand to reason that, well, if the sun's out longer, we should have more energy. Well, I mean, we should, but if we're used to the sun not being out longer, and all of a sudden, it's not getting dark till 9 o'clock, yeah, you get a little burnt out before the sun burns out. And number 3, and this is a constant, it's diet and just general activity levels leading to, if you go down the rabbit hole, adrenal fatigue. So if these are the reasons, how do we combat these reasons? So number 1 reason, to get some energy back, set yourself a schedule. Okay. Now I harp on this on a whole bunch of other platforms that I'm on, but legit, like, if you can master your schedule, you can have a better hold of your energy levels, right? Stop taking things as they come and start planning things. I do one thing, it's called time blocking. Some days I do it better than others, but what it is I have blocks of time where I will only do tasks under a certain umbrella. So like from 8:30 to noon and 3 to 6, I'm a chiropractor and I adjust people during those hours. During those hours, I'm not doing podcast stuff, for instance. I'm only replying to emails that pertain to the office. Then when we get into that lunch break between noon and 3, you have a 3-hour lunch break? No, I have a 3-hour period where I'm not seeing patients. But we get into that 3-hour period where I'm not seeing patients. And then there's like my podcast, I will only do interviews on Mondays or Tuesdays. And if I got one scheduled on one day, I will delete the schedule for the other day. So knowing these schedules, so I am proactive with my calendar as opposed to being reactive, is a wonderful way to, at the very least, save some energy because you know what's coming, right? Number 2, so the sun's out longer. What do we get from the sun? Vitamin D. Cool. So, but what are you doing? You're inside all day. Okay. Supplementing with vitamin D will increase your energy levels. Vitamin D is a precursor to so many hormones that you got going on, and hormone levels and things like that that are taking place in your body. All the synthesis comes from vitamin D that our body can make itself, but our body can only make it if we get sunlight on it. So go for a walk over lunch if you've got a 3-hour break or just a 1-hour break. Get out in the sun. And because if you're not getting out in the sun, everyone takes it as my vitamin D levels are fine because it's summer. No, it's not, because you go from your indoor house to your indoor car to your indoor office, back to your indoor car, back to your indoor house. But you will look at the sun outside through a window, but that's not going to get you the vitamin D. So if you're not able to get outside, and trust me, it's not something that you can get a surplus of on Saturday and Sunday and help it last you through the week. This is not how it works. Supplement with vitamin D. I'd also encourage you to be supplementing with fish oils. Now, if you're doing fish oils or just generally omega-3s, check with your doctor if you're on any kind of medication, specifically like heart medication or blood thinners or things like that, because there can be some interaction. But supplementation, D3, maybe a little cholecalciferol in there. What did I just say? Fish oils. It'll help brain health too. That will help your energy level, because where does your energy come from? Well, whatever you put in your body. Wonderful segue, Dr. Taylor. Thank you. Yeah, we're talking about diet, eating better. Because again, when your schedule changes, part of your schedule is eating. Duh. Every now and then, like, I'm not one of these people, but Tamika has said from time to time, did I eat lunch today? I always know if I don't eat lunch. And I'll tell you what, I always eat lunch. But our schedule goes nuts. We forget a meal or two. All of a sudden, then we're not eating. So, go outside, supplement with vitamin D, get some fish oils, set a schedule, eat better. Like, these are all like the eat better, like, duh. But like we talked about our New Year's resolutions. If your resolution was to eat better, have you? Sort of, maybe not. What else? Be active. So again, personally, I work out in the morning. I work out 5 or 6 days a week. And even with the sun being up longer, I do it before the sun comes up. Why do you do it so early? Because I push on like I wrestle 80 to 100 people a day. At the end of the day, man, I'm tired. I am absolutely exhausted. So I get the workout done in the morning. Workout will affect your hormone levels. Diet will affect your hormone levels. Supplementation will affect your hormone levels. These are things that will give you energy. Is it going to be stress hormones? Is it going to be happy hormones? What do you want? It all depends on how you use your body, and it all comes down to that schedule. Another one here too, and I got this from Dr. Grant Dennis out of Little Rock, and this was, it was a light bulb moment, but it also was like a duh moment. If you are zapped by a lack of energy, odds are it's because you are taking an excessive amount of caffeine. Doesn't make sense. Caffeine gives you energy. Yes, until it goes away and it runs its course in your body. Then your energy tanks. Because what happens? Your body has all these procedures that are to supply you with energy, that are to carry you throughout the day. And then if you supplement it with something like caffeine, then this is going to be in an excessive form, not in a moderated form like we're talking about vitamin D, or at least like I insinuated with vitamin D. If you supplement in an excessive way with something like caffeine, your body is going to take all those other energy producing systems and downregulate them. Not going to be needed anymore. Don't need it so much. It's literally, it's just like steroids. If you know anyone, or if you know any of the 80s stereotypes of steroids, like, way back, Arnold Schwarzenegger, stuff like that. What is it? Steroids of testosterone. You put testosterone in your body, then your body doesn't make it. Then you start to have testosterone-like features. Or if you already have testosterone, then you lose it. So if you're putting in an excessive amount of an energy-producing substance into your body, the policies and procedures, got a little business on the brain, the systems in your body that regulate your energy are going to downregulate themselves, because there's an exogenous, there's a from the outside source of energy. So the body's like, cool, we don't have to do that anymore. Someone else is taking care of it for us. And then when that outside source of energy goes away or runs its course, your body's not used to producing that energy. So then you tank again. So excessive amount of caffeine will zap your energy. Decreased supplementation will zap your energy. Low diet, crappy diet will zap your energy. Being reactive instead of proactive with your schedule will zap your energy. And coming through Maycember, the brand new word that I just heard, it will absolutely zap your energy. And the best way to avoid all that is it's going to be scheduling. Oh, here's one. Obviously, you could tell I put my notes away. Here's a way to save your energy. If you listen to nothing else, right here, the pièce de résistance. Best way to save your energy: say the word no. Say no. And just, hey, can you come this weekend? No. Hey, we're having this thing. We're having a party. Do you want to go? No. Hey, do you have 15 minutes? No. No, I don't have 15 minutes. I'm going to take 15 minutes for myself. There's a good way to save some energy. Start saying no to people. Now, be nice about it, but start saying no. Oh, hold on. I got to open this back up, because how are we ending these things? Spoiler alert, we're coming to the end. Quote: This is perfect. Actually, this has been on here for a bit, but it applies now. This is the quote that I've been reading every morning before I get my day started. Be intentional with your time. You guys, thanks again for joining me on After Hours. This is going to turn into something fun. If you want to slide in as a guest host, by all means, we can do it here in the office. By all means, we can do it here in the office, or we can stream you in here. Remember this afternoon, if you want to come in, salad in a jar, pop over to Instagram, follow us there, see where Dr. Taylor sent me, and hell, we'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.